Since the end of March to a week ago, Micron has gained more than 500 points or 162%. This week it showed a doji candle with a long selling wick. Could this be a topping formation for Micron? Zooming into the daily chart, a composite volume profile is generated for the period from the March low to the week that made an all-time high. This is the composite point of control 457.59, the price with most traded volume within this time period. And this is the value area low 398.47, the price for the bottom edge of the value area. This is the value area high at 748.14, the price for the top edge of the value area. The value area is defined as the price range that contains 70% of the traded volume within a time period. Here are some of the low volume zones in the profile that we will be watching for price reaction. And here are the high volume zone that we will be watching for the price to join into. In the coming days and weeks, we'll watch these low volume zone and high volume zone for trade opportunities. I have moved the volume profile to display on the right hand side so we can see the profile when we zoom to the lower time frame. Drilling down to the 30-minute time frame, we see the price gap down to a low volume zone and immediately got rejected with little trading activities. It spent some time traded for a while in this high volume area before it drops to the high volume zone below. As soon as it dropped into this high volume zone, buyers step in, showing acceptance at the upper taper of this distribution. Then the price moved back up to the low volume zone and was rejected once again. After a little bit of consolidation, it went back to this low volume zone, and immediately it got rejected and moved to all these low volume zones and to the top edge of the distribution above the composite value area high. With aggressive seller at the edge, the price was pushed back down to the composite value area high where it last closed. Putting up a composite profile from this high to the recent close, we see the volume footprint is almost a mirror image of the first composite profile footprint. Let's hypothesize the downside scenario. If we see the price move below the value area high, then we could see the price trade to the low volume zone with little interest. In between the low volume zone, we could see some choppy price action before it resumed moving to the low volume zone and to the high volume zone below. And if the price dips into the low volume zone, we'll be watching for rejection or continuation. And for the upside scenario, if the price bounces off the value area high, we will look for the price to move to this low volume zone and into the high volume zone to set up a move to make a new all-time high. From our scenario, the pivot level to watch is the value area high near 748.14. If Micron breaks below the value area high, we could see the semiconductor sector along with the other tech stock to follow Micron's move lower. And when Micron breaks below this low volume zone between 630 and 620, that could trigger a correction for the index such as the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100.